welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi loves, hi besties, hi boo boo. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for coming back. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. If this is the first time I've seen my face, I don't know if you've been, but I'm glad you are here. Okay, my name is Marilyn. I'm over there, and in my channel I create content for beauty, lifestyle, and vlogs. Okay, so guys, in today's video, it's going to be a makeup video. I know. I've not done a makeup video on this channel in a while. I've been doing vlogs, and so far you guys like it. But today we're going to do a makeup video. So first is first. Please ignore my voice. I have cough, catarrh, and sore throat, and it's not smiling with me, but content has to be made. So now we're going to go in with the primer and then this pore minimizer. What I usually use this pore minimizer for, it's for this part that I tend to sweat more. Just this area. I don't use it all over my face. You should not use it all over your face. In all honesty, you should not use it all over your face. Your primer should be a good primer. It should be able to hold your makeup. It should be able to give you a good base to put your foundation. Okay, so I'm going to go in now with my primer. This primer is from Flawless Ivy. I'm just going to give you guys a little background story of my life in Port Harcourt. I'm going to go in with this now. For the sake of those of you that don't know, I schooled in Port Harcourt. I studied geology and mining in University of Port Harcourt. Now guys, I actually started off as a pre-degree student, which they call basic in Uniport. Then from there I went on to the normal 100 level and all of that. So while I was doing my basic, I still did my cousin in town. So I wasn't really bothered about accommodation and all, you get. Of course not, because I have someone in Port Harcourt, so why would I be looking for half that kind of thing? But moving forward, 100 level and all, my pore minimizer is from Zaron, my foundation from Marilyn. So moving forward, 100 level, obviously I needed to now get a space. I hated Uniport hostel. Let me just fast forward to where the main gist is. I eventually got an accommodation in Alum. If you know Port Harcourt, you know River State, you should know the history of Alum. I eventually got an accommodation in Alum Axis. And the area that I got accommodation was not so far from my school. It was like a walkable distance from my house to where I'll get a bus or a cab going into school. Like a very good walkable distance. Now, why I went there was because of accommodation fee. The houses there are bigger than the houses in the other parts of school and way cheaper, but people tend not to go to that area because of the history that community has, basically. So guys, that's how I carry my Lego, and I said I want to go and stay in Alu because that is what I can afford. That's what my people could afford at the time. At the time, I actually had like a very, very big accommodation. That the space was actually very good. Basically did my whole 100 level day. But here's the story. Whilst I was in 100 level, my younger sister came. I'm using this. It's almost out. I have squeezed the life out of this thing. It can't even breathe anymore. Okay, so while I was in 100 level, my younger sister came in for I think a pre-degree program. Yes, she came in for a pre-degree program as well, and she wanted to stay with me, of course. She was all, I cannot stay here, you don't have light. Yes, the reality of Alo, you will never get light. People were scared to go to that area. People were scared to even go and visit their friends in that area because it was known to be a not so good community and all. So people were actually scared to go to Alo. It's not good to Alo to visit your friend in the night. I just sleep there because I don't see why you're coming out by 10 or 11 p.m. Just sleep there, except you don't like your life. That was how they put the fear in all of us when it came to Alu and their craziness and all of that. So I eventually got an accommodation there. And I liked the space. I won't really lie. I liked the space. I liked the compound. I met my very good friend Latifa there. So that was how I eventually waited for the landlord and all. And I got the accommodation space. And I liked it because it was quite spacious. Like, I really, really liked the place. I liked it to a point I really did not care that they were not having lights. Like, how do you rent a house in a place that they don't have light? Like, they don't have light. If you ever see light, you will just be very, very happy. Like, guys, the only time I saw light, like a bulb in that place, was like during my matriculation, like on my matric day, and I think one other day. I'm not so sure, but I can boldly hit my chest and tell you I did not see light up to 5 times in that house for the whole 1 year that I spent in that house. So for someone that have lived like that, you would think she's excited to leave the place, right? No, I was actually very cheap because I liked the place. I'm like, why am I going to Alakaya or Chuba or Back of Game where I know they will give me peanuts of the house? Just go to the universe, you know what I'm talking about. If you see the rubbish of houses these people showed me. Anywho, there was one that they took me to in First Mechanic. I'm not even joking, this place is like a store. Like, you know how a big man's house is where they have like a store, like a storage space, a designated storage space. That is what it looks like. It looked like at the time. I was so pissed. I was like, what the hell? This thing is supposed to accommodate me, myself, my younger sister, and all the bag and baggages. That thing we had unnecessary clothes here. All the bag and baggages that we have. Could possible. Like, it's not even going to be possible. So going back to Alu, I think it was like by the junction, we then saw someone that my younger sister liked. So we followed the guy, and then he showed us a house that they were building at Back of Kim. Do you get? This house is still a work in progress. The man was like, he's going to open it, but he's not going to open it now. He's probably going to open it like maybe in I think in April, something like that. Mind you, at this time my rent has already expired in where I was staying. That's the point I'm trying to drive at. That was how I went to the house though. I will find out that people they are not done, no. They're still constructing, they're still okay. The building was already set and also they were basically doing like final touches. Do you get? They were basically doing final touch in the house, but we did not have that time. That was the problem. We did not have that time, or I did not have the time because my rent had expired, and I was already thinking of how I was going to tell the man that okay, let's pay half, like 6 months or 3 months, while we look for an accommodation. But I did not want to risk it because that man at some point seemed like somebody that his head was, school. So I was like, okay, that's fine. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to pack all our things and then we'll go and meet the other man that's building his house and beg him. And see, they want to pursue us. They want to throw us in the streets. They want to push us aside. We need somewhere. We need to meet him. And the man said, okay. He's not opening it immediately, but before the week runs out, he's going to open it. Prior to this visit, guys, my landlord came to my house. And that day he was like, you're not paying my money or I'll call Sars for you. Hey guys, I had Sars. And let me tell you, my house was not far from Sars station, like police station. Well, it was technically like Sars station. My house was not far from there. When I heard I will call Sars for you, I'll be like, hey, more don't be that, because where am I going to start from? Sars, how, where? Because of house. Okay, it's not that deep. But it was deep because the man needed this money and I really was not going to give it to him. In all honesty, I wasn't going to give it to him at that time because I'd already seen a better place in a good area. And mind you, this is a new house, brand new house. I will be the first person. I will be one of the first tenants in this house. So I was like, you're talking gibberish. You're talking gibberish. As the man mentioned Sars, and the man left, guys. I said, okay, it's too waiting. I either pay this man his money and stay in this house again for another 1 year that I don't want to, or I just carry my bag carry my younger sister and we'll run. That was the plan. So what we did was, when the man eventually opened the house, we could move in. Oh Jesus, I think I'm talking too much now. My makeup, I can't believe I'm still at this point. When the man eventually opened the house, guys, and I packed my things, I never looked back. Like, I never looked back. I went once. You see, just jackpot. I went once. Eyeshadow, I'm going to use this City Girl here. Just at this part. Yeah, just for the outer crease. Just going to do the same for the other side and just drop it delicately. I'm just going to drop it in. So I'm going to put a little bit of orange. I don't know why, but I'm going to do it. Just do it, okay? Just do it. Just add it again. It's pink. Bubble. Just going to lay a little bit. Remember, don't squish your eyeshadow, no? Just pick and drop. Okay? Pick and drop. A different brush to brush out all the harsh lines. I'm doing it right now.
Chasing waterfall. All of the times I've been there, times I came through. I'd meet you anywhere if it brought me closer to
This is how the look turned out at the end of the day. I'm actually very impressed. I just decided to do the other part of my makeup. I just wanted to give you guys like a chit chat and girly with me. Guys, I did not know that it was hard because I got lost in the conversation, and by the time I looked at my screen, it was like 41 minutes, and I'm like, what am I even talking about? 41 minutes, and I have to edit this thing down to 10-12 minutes at most. I'm on 41 minutes. Yo, I have to go and complete this thing off camera, so that's why I went off, guys. But I hope the beginning part you guys learned something when it came to the makeup, not when it came to Sars and the Wahala. But yeah, I pray you guys don't have any issue with Sars or even be threatened with Sars, because I did not take it lightly. Like the way I ran from that apartment, I did not look back. But yeah, thank you guys so much for always sticking with me. Thank you. I really do not take your love, your views, your share, your comments for granted at all. Thank you guys so much. We're growing every day. We're currently now making this video was 772. So yeah, that's a very big one for me. For someone that has been trying to be consistent and all of that, I really appreciate it. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.